people, for this very special day, a very special video needs to be done. Today marks the 10th year anniversary I feel so old, of the KND trailer video. So to celebrate it, I'm going to give a Pokémon team to Galactic Kids Next Door characters. I know what you're thinking, but Gabriel, how can you do something like that where KND isn't a series, therefore we don't know anything about it? Well, my dear friends, it's simple. I'm going to give a Pokémon team to operatives who are canonically a galactic level operative. Despite the fact we don't have much on the Galactic Kids Next Door themselves, other than they are adept of genocide, of course, meaning they will be bad guys if the series ever gets made. That's the only thing we know about them. So the first operative I will give a Pokémon team is number 1. No, I'm not making any mistake here. Nigel was chosen at the end of the show to be the Earth representative. I know what you're thinking, but you already gave him a team. Does that mean you will give him the same, or his Pokémon are evolved now? Well, I will actually keep only 2 Pokémon from his initial team and give him other to fit him more from what we know about his KND days. He keeps a Charmander who has evolved into a Charizard now and can Mega evolve into its Y form, mostly to mirror Father's Mega Charizard X. He keeps his Eevee who has evolved into, drumroll please, Espeon. Yes, a Flareon or an Umbreon are way too on the nose for him, plus Espeon references number 9L, an alien giant cat who is Nigel's teammate. She is based on a Bakeneko or Nikomata, which is the case for Espeon, hence the choice. His third Pokémon is a Galarian Slowking. Not only it references his British roots, but this Slowking is completely controlled by the Shelder, since Nigel is absolutely indoctrinated into the KND's ideology. His fourth Pokémon is a Knackley, which is another reference to one of his teammates, the greatest operative from Sediment Miner, the one and only number 04. On second thought, that might be just a rock. His fifth Pokémon is a Zekrom. Look a reference to Father for being a black dragon, but it goes deeper than that. While in English its category is the Deep Black Pokémon, in French it is known as the Black Ideal Pokémon. It's to represent the fact that Nigel puts the ideal of the Galactic Kids Next Door above everything else. His final Pokémon is Giratina. Since Nigel is basically betraying the Earth, it makes him the fallen sun, just like Giratina is to Arceus. Okay, so now we're going to the second character of the video, and it's Lizzie Divine. Yes, it's Nigel's ex-girlfriend. Thank God it's his ex-girlfriend. She is actually an alien, is known as Nomavine. Her codename is actually number C55H72005N4MG. And she actually looks like this. Some kind of plant jellyfish or something. So her main Pokémon is a Carnivine. It's the first thing that really comes to mind when I look at her at a real form, and I'm like, okay, she's definitely getting a Carnivine. Plus the name fits her too, but that only works in English. She gets a Toedscruel because it really does look like her. She gets a Roselia to reference her romantic personality and also her toxicity. She's a very toxic girlfriend and generally an annoying person, but with the KND trailer, it seems she gets the Earth's best interests at heart, and even seemingly betrays the Galactic Kids Next Door by warning the Earth operatives. So for this reason, she gets a Blossom, a grass Pokémon that loses its poison type upon evolving. Arboliva completes her team for being a grass type. Her last Pokémon is Nihilego, a jellyfish-looking Pokémon that is not the type it looks like. The same way that Lizzie is not what she appears to be. She's an alien, she's not a human. She's an alien plant. On top of that, Nihilego is an altered beast, literally an alien Pokémon, so it fits. Next galactic operative we're going to review is number 74.239. This 2x4 technology officer was also revealed to be an alien in the KND trailer, and he's basically a tree. He's standing on this weird pod or something. So for this, he has a Trevenant as his Pokémon. He has a Sudowoodo as well. It's not a cross type, but it was made to be a lookalike, the same way that number 74.239 is not a human, but he's still hiding amongst them. He has a Skullvillain because of the two-headed Pokémon references, kind of his double-faced, double-agent thing. And the fact that he has villain in the name, and the KND are obviously bad guys. He has a Ferrothorn, a grass/steel type, mostly to reference his 2x4 technology officer position. He has a Paras to show the idea that the Galactic Kids Next Door slowly indoctrinate and manipulate their operatives. His final Pokémon is Circuitry, an Ultra Beast, which is an alien Pokémon. It has 3 in the name and electric type to show again his scientist job. Next operative is number Infinity. This mystery kid appeared at the end of the series in Operation Treaty and had shadowy cameos before in Operation White House and Girlfriend. Because his real appearance is still unknown, it was kind of hard to give him Pokémon that would fit him, but I think it did well nonetheless. His first Pokémon is BEM because it's an alien, it's as simple as that. He has a Sigilyph, a cryptic Pokémon that is said to be either a guardian of an ancient city or was the Guardian's emissary, which references that Infinity was sent by the Galactic Kids Next Door. He has a shiny Minior showing that he's not what he appears to be, as his true self is under a disguise, and the fact it's a shiny to reference his black suit seemingly inspired by the Men in Black. Infinity also has a Poipole, an Ultra Beast, since it's an alien. Its eyes can be reminiscent of Infinity's sunglasses. His next Pokémon is Marshadow, a Pokémon that conceals itself in the shadow and doesn't appear before humans, lurking in the dark in order to mimic other people, a little like the fact that as an alien, Infinity has to stay hidden and study humans in order to fit in. His final Pokémon is Melton, a Pokémon that doesn't really have a definite form, just like the fact we don't know what Infinity actually looks like. Okay, so now we get to the final operative to have a Pokémon team, and it's none other than the Galactic Supreme Leader number 11. Yes, I know he has no actual appearance, we don't know what he looks like or anything. All we got is that big spotlight where he speaks through. Well, we do have this thing, but it is only a speculation, we don't really know if it's really him or not. Considering that he might be the big boss, we can only think he could be quite strong, and that's the only thing I'm going to use for his Pokémon team. For this reason, his ace Pokémon is Ultra Necrozma, who can absorb light. His second Pokémon is Eternatus for pretty much the same reason as the previous one. It absorbs energy and it's also kind of an alien for being a meteorite or something. His third Pokémon is Yveltal, the destruction Pokémon. It references the massive genocides he probably committed before targeting Earth. Dialga is his fourth Pokémon to reference that time is counted to anyone above 13. He has a Deoxys for it being an alien that can take different forms, as we don't know what LF0 looks like. His final Pokémon is not exactly a conventional one, but I still think it was a clever move to choose. LF0 has a Missingno. It references that Missingno isn't actually a real Pokémon, just like Galactic Kids Next Door as a series isn't either. So here we go, Pokémon teams for Galactic Kids Next Door operatives. What do you think? Which Pokémon would you have chosen for them? Let me know in the comment section down below, and thank you for watching!